Welcome to next session. Today we shall elaborate more on the things which we were discussing in the last lecture. These are very important and significant. So we were talking about the concept of battery. I have deliberately drawn the battery in the reverse direction because I wanted to inform it that it is an electron pump. Instead of charge, which is we say that charge, when we say, we assume it to be positive, but since electrons is having negative charge, it's a charge pump. So what happens is that the positive terminal sucks electrons and the negative terminal throws them out. And as we have stated that if we are having a lamp like this, the switch, then there is a lamp. So for the flow, because of the what we can say atoms, the nucleus and other things, there is opposition. So it throws away electrons, it picks up electrons, and electrons flow from this end to this end. And the battery is, what is the property of the battery? To try to capture electrons to its level best from the positive terminal and try to throw them away, lift them up and throw them away, just like a pump. As pump sucks the water from inlet and forces it out through outlet, similarly battery sucks the electrons from positive and throws them out from the negative terminal. So with this we can very simply find that electron flow is going on. Now obviously it is what will happen. So it is throwing out and it is sucking, capturing. So for that, just like merely because pump, listen very carefully now, it's a very interesting thing. What pump does, water pump sucks water and throws it out, but to throw the water it must get the water. So the property, or what we can say feature of inlet terminal of the pump is to suck water, but merely because pump is there, water flow can't be guaranteed unless the water is available. Listen carefully. Unless water is available, water flow can't be guaranteed merely because pump is there. So what we can say is that if water is not there, then pump cannot do anything. So availability of water is prime requirement. As availability of water is prime requirement, similarly here, merely because, so only running pump cannot ensure water flow. Listen very carefully. Only running pump cannot ensure water flow. Similarly, only battery cannot ensure electron flow. For that purpose, there must be availability of free electrons. And so the positive terminal is snatching them, negative terminal is forcing them. So for being snatched, electron must be available and the forced electrons must flow somewhere. So when such kind of system is there and we assume that it is on right now, here we say that yes, electrons are being forced away, and from this, so from here electrons are pushed, from here electrons are pulled. So electrons are pushed, electrons are pulled. This is lamp is resistor, lamp will glow, resistance will oppose, but not to that extent which can stop this push-pull. Listen very carefully. We are at a very fundamental level, because for understanding capacitor this is must. You may see it is a high school level discussion, but that is very important, because just by assuming something which we don't know, we can't proceed. So it is pushing electrons, it is pulling electrons, it is opposing, but the opposition is not blocking, it's not blockage. So because of some opposition and some push-pull, there would be a balance, equilibrium in which a continuous constant electron flow will be maintained. More the opposition, less the flow, less the opposition, more the flow. Also flow depends on the capacity of the battery. More push-pull, more flow, less push-pull, less flow. So here you can understand the concept of electric current, that is exactly opposite in sign from that of electron current. So electrons flow at some rate. One electron charge is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs. That upon how much electrons flow per unit time, per second from given cross section, that is the current. If say 10 lakh electrons are flowing, then 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 into 10 lakh, that much would be the flow in amperes. So in the reverse direction, because electron is said to be having negative charge. So this is something. Now I hope that you understand that electrons are flowing like this. Now you have studied it some time but might not have understood. Make the switch on. This is called as earth, or I will put it at earth. So this everybody should understand, and I hope that if you understand this, there will not be any problem for you. Now here what will happen? Here what is going to happen? Will the lamp glow is a big question. This is electron pump. This battery is electron pump. Let us say that we have put a 24 volt battery. Just I have given some value. We have put a 24 volt battery. We have put a lamp, and we have put it into earth. And from there we have taken it at a very distant place, maybe 100 meter long. We have put it again in the earth. Now I would like to, same situation, this is also 24 volt battery. This is same lamp. Same lamp. The wires are said to be superconductors, means they don't oppose. Same battery, same lamp, same battery, same lamp, completed through wire and earthed. The question is, will the lamp glow in both cases? In the first case, obviously yes, that lamp is glowing, you are enlightened. And in the second case also, you will say that the lamp will glow based on common sense, based on some other thing, even though you may not be able to exactly convince yourself why the lamp glows. And I will give you a further hint that the lamp will glow with the same capacity. The lamp is enlightened. Same battery, same lamp, connected like this, in both cases the lamp glows. Now how is the concept of circuit completion there? How is the concept of circuit completion there? Why it happens? You may not be able to give some justification. Now listen very carefully. Suppose if now, just like you are having some kind of endoscopy concept. Suppose that there is a concept of injecting some colored ink in the wire where you can color the electrons and you can see their color. Suppose if I have I have a color injector and I inject a blue color. This is a blue color injection, and I insert, this is the circuit, and I insert blue colored ink here in some electrons. So maybe around, electrons are many in number, so maybe around 10,000 electrons become blue. Listen very carefully. Out of total electrons, with this blue colored injection, 10,000 electrons become blue. Then what will happen? And it is assumed, anyway it is imagination, that the blue colored electrons are seen, other electrons are not seen. So what will you see? You will see that the blue colored electrons will continuously flow like this. So you will see a flow of blue colored electrons. Movement of blue colored electrons will be seen here, because the electrons go, the same electrons come like this. This is called as the concept of circuit completion. This is concept of circuit completion. Now, if you inject the blue electron, blue ink here by using similar injection, what will happen? So the question is circuit completing here? And if yes, whether the electrons which are made blue again come back or they will not come back? And if the circuit is not completing, why the lamp is glowing with same intensity? Why the lamp is glowing with same intensity? Now listen very carefully. Obviously, when you put the blue ink here, the 10,000 electrons will go, it is forcing, they will go away and disappear. Now, how the circuit is completing? Listen very carefully. I want this to be so crystal clear with everybody that this is the footing of your domain specific discipline contents. So, what is the property of positive terminal battery? To take up electrons, What is the property of negative terminal battery? To force electrons, Then one thing is very clear, that the battery will not be able to have blockage of electrons in either way. If it is not possible to throw them away, it can't capture also. It's just like water pump. If it is not able to capture, it will not be able to throw away. Now, this is capturing electrons. This is big earth. Now, earth is so big. Suppose, listen very carefully now. Suppose you are at your home, some travelers come to your home, first traveler comes. What will you do? And ask something for you, say a cup of water or a cup of tea, like that. So you will readily give it. After some time second comes, after some time third comes, after some time fourth comes. What will happen? Naturally, even though you may be very much generous, naturally your approach will become somewhat reluctant. And if many try to come, you will start opposing. So same thing happens over here. Listen very carefully. This is conductor. So it is pulling electrons. So from earth it can pull electrons. Without any problem. From earth it can pull electrons without any problem, because earth is considered to be zero potential surface. What we mean by zero potential? Zero potential region, zero potential surface, zero potential entity is something which is non-allergic about push or pull of electrons from or towards it. or towards or from it. Listen very carefully. Zero potential entity is what we can say non-allergic about push or pull of electrons towards or from it. झिरो पोटेन्शियल सरफेस म्हणजे असा की जो त्याच्याकडे ढकलल्या जाणाऱ्या किंवा त्याच्याकडून ओढल्या जाणाऱ्या इलेक्ट्रॉनच्या बाबतीमध्ये कुठल्याही प्रकारची सद्भावना अथवा दुर्भावना बाळगत नाही. लिसन व्हेरी केअरफुली. आय एम युजिंग द चेंज्ड मीडियम ऑफ इन्स्ट्रक्शन सो ॲज टू मेक द थिंग सिम्पलर. शून्य पोटेन्शियल सरफेस म्हणजे असा की जो त्याच्या वर फेकल्या जाणाऱ्या किंवा त्याच्याकडून ओढल्या जाणाऱ्या इलेक्ट्रॉनच्या बाबतीमध्ये कुठल्याही प्रकारची विशेष भावना बाळगत नाही. तो विरोध करत नाही, स्वागतही करत नाही. इट इज झिरो पोटेन्शियल सरफेस. पॉझिटिव्ह पोटेन्शियल सरफेस म्हणजे जो त्याच्याकडे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स टाकले गेले तर स्वागत करतो, त्याच्याकडून ओढले जाण्याचा विरोध करतो. निगेटिव्ह म्हणजे जो त्याच्याकडे टाकल्या जाण्याचा विरोध करतो, त्याच्यापासून ओढले जेव्हा जातात तेव्हा स्वागत करतो. सो व्हॉट विल हॅपन, दिस अर्थ इज झिरो पोटेन्शियल इज सो बिग. नाउ if we consider that there are ample of electric charges available in multiples, protons, electrons. Suppose if this battery pulls some electrons, there will be deficiency of electrons, but compared to the big earth, it is negligible. So electrons will come, it will force electrons, this will oppose the flow to some extent, to some proportion. Why? Because of the arrangement of the atomic structure, the nucleus, that is proton neutron entities, nuclei coming in, the electrons will bombard. Because of that they will lose some energy like this, so it will oppose something, but still electrons will continue to flow. It will continue to force electrons. Electrons will travel through this, they will continue to go and they would be dumped here. Electrons will be dumped here. So there will be deficiency of electrons and surplus of electrons here. Electron deficiency, electron surplus. But because earth is too big, what will happen? The deficiency is negligible. So even though electrons are pulled, they will not be in apposition. Even though electrons are dumped, they will not be in apposition. And then what will happen? Earth is so big that dumped here will go on distributing. Pulled from here will also come from different ends slowly, so that over the time earth will maintain electron and proton balance throughout the surface, so that the localized effect of deficiency and surplus are automatically neutralized. Localized effects are automatically neutralized. In water level analogy, we can also give a very interesting example to you. That, listen very carefully, I am trying my level best. Suppose if we are having a pump, it is valve example, it is a pump, and it's a bore and it's a valve, and you take it at some distance and again put it in the ground. So you can fetch the water from the ground, water is coming up and what is being dumped here. This is one example. Another example is your conventional one. Pump, valve. So here water is coming, what is dumped, same water is coming. So same water is flowing here. Here water is coming, water flows, water is dumped, same water not necessarily come. Over a long time, here water will come because much of water is available. So no opposition, not much opposition. Here water can be dumped because huge surface is there. There will not be much weight surface. There will not be the water deficient surface because earth is too big. So here same water is flowing. Here we can say different water is flowing. अजून मराठीत सांगतो. पंप आहे, नुसती एक पाईप आहे आणि व्हॉल्व आहे आणि ते पाण्याने भरलेलं आहे. तर पाणी कंटिन्युअस फ्लो होताना तुम्हाला दिसेल. तेच पाणी फिरतंय. इथं बोर काढलेला आहे, पंप आहे, पाईपलाईन लांब नेली आहे आणि पाईपलाईन पुन्हा इकडे आणून जमीन सोडली. काय होईल? आणि हे अंतर 1 किलोमीटर आहे समजा. इथं तेच पाणी फिरतंय. तुम्ही वॉल मध्ये बघितलं, इथं बघितलं पाणी फिरताना तुम्हाला दिसेल. पाण्याचा फ्लो मीटर टाकला फ्लो दिसेल. इथं पण फ्लो मीटर टाकला फ्लो दिसेल. पंपची कॅपॅसिटी सेम आहे, वॉलची कॅपॅसिटी सेम आहे, सेम फ्लो तुम्हाला दिसेल फ्लो मीटरवर दोन्ही ठिकाणी. इथं तेच पाणी फिरतंय, इथं पाणी येतंय, पाणी टाकलं जातंय, तेच पाणी येत नाही. बऱ्याच वेळानंतर ओव्हरऑल वॉटर बॅलन्स होतो. सेम थिंग इज हियर. Electrons are flowing, but it is not necessarily the same electrons. Electrons are flowing, it is not necessarily same electrons. Now let us make the things more interesting, and I hope that everybody of you must be able to answer this question. Suppose if now I increase the distance, much distance, still nothing will happen. Still nothing will happen. The lamp will continue to glow with the same intensity. Now what I can do, to what extent you can imagine. Now because of internet and Google everything is available, there is huge reduction in concept of science fiction. Maybe few decades back, science fiction was one of the very interesting feature of the scientific community. Now that has reduced to a large extent. I want that theme to grow up further. So what we do, you can take it long. Then somebody from your class who is somewhat mischievous and having a science fiction mind will say, why at all I should put it on the earth again? I will take this superconductor directly. Now anyway Mangalyaan is there, Chandrayaan is there, I will take it to moon. So this end is earth, and we can put some switch here which can be closed. This end is earth, other end superconductor. We can assume in fiction you have having luxury to assume whatever you want. In fiction, you have luxury to assume whatever you want. So there is superconductor, and you have taken the superconductor right till the moon, and you have mooned this here. You have mooned this. Let us assume that Earth and Moon are made up of same kind of material. That is, the structure of proton, electron, neutron is same on Earth, same on Moon. Let us assume. When I say assume, there is a possibility that something different may be there on the moon, maybe positrons and negative nucleus. We don't know. It's a very long way to go. Right now, let us not deviate. So this is Earth, and this is not Earth now, this is Moon. Now tell me what will happen. And so a very long superconductor is put. 24 volt battery is there, and this switch is closed. What is going to happen? Switch is closed. Now if you are able to answer this question, you will understand everything about the concept of capacitance. I am giving you a hint. The moment at which you close the switch, earth is there, no problem, very big. Electrons will come, it will, now the switch is closed. When the switch is closed, electrons will come, electrons will go away, they will continue to bombard, to flow, they will be dumped on moon. So what will happen? Same thing is happening. Electrons are pulled from one point and they are dumped on the other point, as you were doing when both points were on Earth. When both points were on Earth, slowly they were distributing and things were getting neutralized. But now there is a big difference. Electrons are pulled up from Earth, this point, and they are dumped on moon. So what will happen? You say, no, it's big, very big Earth. But thembe thembe tere satyashi mone. So what will happen? Today nothing will happen. What will about tomorrow? What about day after? As time proceeds, what will happen? As time proceeds, there will be deficiency of electrons in the Earth, and there will be surplus of electrons on the moon. Deficiency of electrons on the Earth, surplus of electrons on the moon. So what next? Deficiency of electrons on the Earth and surplus of electrons on the moon is happening slowly. Will it ever continue in the same manner when both terminals were earthed? When both terminals were earthed, the deficiency was local deficiency, surplus was local surplus there, and as a whole there was automatic neutralization. But now there is no connection, there is no possibility because of the vacuum in between. This is Earth, this is Moon. Because of vacuum in between, people were saying that there is ether in 5th century back. Because of vacuum in between, there will not be neutralization as it was happening when both were earthed at different places, maybe one in India and one in USA. But now it will not happen. And as it is not happening now, what will be the situation? As it is not happening now, as electrons are deficient on Earth, as electrons are deficient on Earth, what this positive terminal of the battery is pulling electrons. Because of that, Earth is becoming a positively charged entity. Because electrons are taken away, electron deficiency, because of electron deficiency, Earth becoming positive, and as Earth becomes a positive surface, as Earth becomes a positive surface or a positive entity, it will not allow electrons to go away, rather it wants electrons. So this also wants electrons, this also wants, earlier what was the situation? This was wanting electrons and this was neutral. Suppose that I am giving a very simple example. Try to understand meaning out of that example and don't think of example itself. There are two friends. One is quite greedy and other is normal. One is quite greedy, other is normal. So the greedy person starts requesting for some money from normal person. Then normal person will initially give some money. Again the greedy person wants some money. Still normal person will give. But slowly what will happen? Slowly the normal person, by fulfilling the greed of the greedy person, will become deficient in money. So he cannot no longer give money to him, to the greedy person. Rather, as it earlier he was neutral. Now as he has become money deficient, he will also be needing money. So he will become equally not greedy by nature, but about money, he is in the want of money. So greedy person by nature is in the want of money, just like the battery positive terminal. Battery positive terminal wants electrons. Earth was neutral, not opposing. But as it did not oppose, it continued to take electrons, and Earth became deficient in electrons, positive surface, positive entity. So because of that, it also wants electrons now, because by nature the thing should be electrically neutral. So deficient in electrons will oppose flow of electrons, and as regards to moon, what will happen? Electrons are dumped. Surplus electrons is also not possible. So that is again, so moon will become a negatively charged entity, Earth will become a positively charged entity, and because of positive charge and negative charge on Earth and moon respectively, they will start opposing the action of battery. They will start opposing the action of battery slowly. So what will happen? As they oppose, but still the battery power is, Earth is big, so immediately the flow doesn't stop. So battery power is there, so it will pull electrons, but Earth will not leave them so easily. So what is going to happen? Initially the electrons are pulled at higher rate, so more current, lamp will go with more intensity. As lamp continues to glow, as current continues to flow, or rather as electrons continue to flow, electrons will be deficient at one end, electrons will be more at other end. On the Earth, deficiency of electrons, on the moon, surplus of electrons, and because of this, what is going to happen is the Earth and moon both will start opposing the action which is happening. After this, what is going to happen? You think for some time, we take a break, and we will come back very immediately.